look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Washington football team. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
2nd and 10. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10. shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees it, the ball.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Darius Leonard in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. That's Hines. And they're going to have this across midfield inside the 45. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries it.
And looking for McLaurin, but this, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. 6-0 our score after 1.
First quarter, with his Washington 6, Colts 0.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got a man. Complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Washington. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Rodgers going to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. 3 first half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Jackson, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Complete to number 4. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Colts, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Jackson will throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. This one left side caught by Gibson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Thomas. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Darius Leonard picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was it 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kwity Paye came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Number 7. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again is Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose from the 10. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, good move. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Thomas. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. On play action, now Rodgers. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
22 yards. The Washington first down.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
First and 10 at the 16.
Jackson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Thomas. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On first down, Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Jackson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's Jackson. Pass complete to Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Jackson. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 83 yards. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Thomas. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they can get the ball to the end zone.
They'll run here with Taylor. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 76 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First down, Washington.
A carry for Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's Washington getting the victory here. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as